guys, welcome back. Lately I've been really stressed out, and it's not because of my job or anything, but really just because of the whole COVID situation. It's been tough not hanging out with all my friends, so I've had to find ways to have different types of therapy. Thank God for cars. And my friend and fellow YouTuber Matt, Coder Man, said, hey, why don't you come out and take my GT4 for the day? And I can't think of much better drive therapy than a Porsche GT4. The 981, honestly, if anything, I like it more now that the 718 is out, because the 718, although technically it's better, I guess, I don't know, it didn't make as much of a splash, and I think this car just honestly aged better and better. It has the right amount of power. It's not it's too fast for public roads. Frankly, yeah, it's too fast. You can do silly things, and because it's so easy to drive fast, it's so confidence inspiring, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes when we're on the road. I mean, you could get in a lot of trouble, but the power isn't outrageous. You know, you can really dig your foot into that throttle. So let's go do that, because I don't want to waste my time standing around it. This one's spec'd out really nicely. We've got the paint matched accents inside, carbon buckets. I think you've got to do the carbon buckets. And he drives this thing. He actually picked it up in Colorado with his son. We're in Massachusetts, and he drove it all the way back, which is, that's a fun road trip. We'll have to ask him how he feels about these carbon buckets on that kind of trip. But man, is this interior a nice place to be. Very Porsche. No one's going to accuse you of not having a real Porsche because it's not a 911. This is a P car through and through. Ignore the tire change update. I checked all of the pressures manually. It's going to leave that little display up there. Just doesn't want to read. Maybe the TPMS sensors are weird, or if you're a Porsche guy and you know this better than me, because all I know are air cooleds, I'm sure there's a button you can press to reset. I don't know where that is. I always do this the wrong direction. I just want a handbrake, guys. Just want a handbrake. Oh, so how have you been doing during COVID? I'm just trying to stay mostly sane. Luckily, my job involves driving fun cars, so that keeps my days interesting. But man, is this the right car? So you got a few modes to play with. Well, not a few. Basically, if you want to rev match yourself, you're going to hit the exhaust button because you want this thing to be as loud as possible. So then you go into second, you've rev matched it yourself, and you're off. Or you go into sport mode, and then it'll rev match for you. And it's really good at it, but I'm going to turn that off because even if some of my rev matching is shameful, I want to play with this car myself. It's a fun engine, and what's really cool about the GT4 is they took this engine straight out of the 911. It's that 3.8 liter from the Carrera S. Please. Yes! Sometimes it's nice to have a long second gear. What a thing. Gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. Police. All clear. Oh, and corner's so flat. The power delivery is delicious. This is the best, man. And I think, honestly, I gotta get behind this guy. I can't be going this fast. I'm gonna get pulled over. The car was just PPF'd. Normally I would never get behind a pickup truck like that, but I figure a little bit of distance and some paint protection film, probably in the clear not to destroy this thing. So, I mean, honestly, this thing corners so flat. I love it. Total menace to society, this car. I love it. Oh my goodness, everyone's gonna die. But you know what that just did? Opened up my off-ramp. Traveling mostly, well, not unfamiliar, but I haven't driven these roads in a long time. I want to scare the Honda. There. Happily scare him here. I know it's not a GT engine, but God, does it sound good. You know what? I'm not going to talk too much about the gearing. We all know, but it would be nice because it would be nice to have shorter gears just so I can hear it at redline more often. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done. Really? You see this guy like up my ass. Unreal. People drive like animals out here. It's bananas. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it because I have a really enjoyable thing to play with. I love this gearbox. And I'll tell you what. The GT division of Porsche, they're responsible for the GT4s and the GT3s and the GT2s and all that stuff. They are so in tune with tactility. They want the driver to feel things the way they're meant. Look at this guy, man. Oh, you don't have the brakes or tires for these actions. You left no room on the table in that Camry. Only bad things can happen. They're so good at making things feel perfect. And it's obvious when you drive non-GT Porsches that there's a difference, right? If you go drive a Carrera S, and I haven't driven a 992, so let's say a 991 and 991.2. It's clear that those transmissions, those gearboxes do not feel the same. They're a little more rubbery. They're a little less sports car. They're a little, they're good. It's hard to have, it's frustrating because always check your 6 before you hit the brakes, especially in a car like this. We have braking performance that most cars do not have. But there's just something they do in the GT cars that make them better. And even though regular Porsches, that's a silly thing to say, are fantastic, these are better. And I'll gladly take a regular engine in my GT4. These people are like, why is this idiot wearing a camera on his head? Welp, I'm making money. This is what I do for a living. Weird job. Let's make some noise. I don't want to stop at a red light. So I've got to make my relaxing drive in this GT4 maintain its relaxation, even though I'm driving on Route 9 traffic with clouds looming that look like it's about to thunderstorm and rip this whole world apart. Yes, RAV4. No, that'll never happen. I'm telling you, it's really nice that you don't have to have the auto rev match blipping on here. Funky Huracan over there. Because I like doing it myself. lot of people did put wing risers. I know KMC made one and Sharkworks made one, and it's supposed to keep the air in better, the wing in better airflow. I don't know, I haven't seen the wind tunnel results, so I can't say whether or not that's true, but the one thing that does do is it gets that out of the rear mirrors. So, but to be honest, that wing isn't blocking my view. It takes a piece of it out, but it's not obstructed. So no need to put the riser on for visibility. So quick update on what's going on with me. I quit my job the first week in March. Well, I gave them 2 weeks. I was nice about it, right? So I left that job the first week of March, and then COVID hit, and I left my apartment in the city to go be in like rural nowhere with my parents because it was a safer place to be, and it was just easier to function there, especially doing what I do with these cars. It's easier to put cars in that driveway than to try to say like, hey dude, can I take your sports car for the day? I'll just park it in the city. No, people don't like that. And I don't like that. It's not comforting for me either. As like an introverted sort of person, I have no problem, doing this by myself. But lately I've just been really feeling like I'm missing out on the summer, because normally our friends, if you've seen my stuff from the past few years, it was very discombobulated content, but a lot of it had to do with just being out with my friends at different places, taking trips, going on adventures and things like that. That sounds like a Tinder profile. I like to go on adventures, and I've been to Machu Picchu, so here's my picture. But this summer that's just not the case, and like now we're kind of limited to, hey, maybe come to my backyard with 3 or 4 of us and we'll have a fire pit. That's good. It's still good to see people, but some people don't take the virus very seriously, and it can get strange because it changes your head. You're like, whoa, wait, other people are having fun. Other people are out doing stuff. But then you've got to remember, like, okay, I have friends and family who are immunocompromised, whether that be like cancer or other kind of underlying illnesses. I can't be the one that brings COVID-19 to those people because they might not do well with it. I don't want to be the one that's just like, oh, well, I was bored and I missed my friends, so we went to a party. It's a tricky thing to do. Such a free revving engine. I overcooked it on that rev match. All right, I'll own it. But now, all I want to do is get in a car, drive to Vermont, rent a big house with my friends, and party for a week and just drive fun roads. I can't do that. Another milestone, I have not really had a drink in a year. I need to preface that. It's not prefacing if I'm saying it afterwards, but I'm not an alcoholic. I didn't quit drinking because I had some drinking problem. Drinking stopped agreeing with me. I just didn't like the way it made me feel. And the next day I get hangovers, and it's no fun to be hungover. It ruins your day, it ruins your productivity. And even though in the moment, let's say you're stressed out, you just want to go have a beer and kick back and have a couple drinks, that's fine. The problem is, for me, the next day my anxiety peaks. Like, it's something that doesn't end with the night of drinking. It's something that's going to carry on with me for a day or two, and that's very stressful to have to deal with. Yay, GT4 is fun everywhere. Oh shit, I can't turn there. Cool! Oh, traffic. Hate is bad. Hating traffic is fine. Don't kill the cyclist. He's just riding his bike. Should we end this at a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks? And then my GoPro overheated and died. So, look, the GT4 is still, and by the way, this is a Durango SRT. We'll talk about this later. But the GT4 is still as relevant as ever. And just because the new 982, the 718, remember, it's not actually a 718. 718 is the name of it. The chassis code is 982. The new 718 GT4 has come out. It doesn't mean you've got to run out and get it. I'm sure it's great. I haven't driven it yet, but after revisiting the 981 GT4, it's still as relevant and engaging and exciting as ever. And it feels like the natural graduation from an E92 M3. I mean, obviously, if you've got the funds, I'd rather have a GT3. A GT3 is a more exciting car, but the GT4 for the price, $70,000, $80,000. I mean, that's just a hair over double the cost of a really nice E92 M3. Is it double the car? I mean, frankly, the chassis, absolutely. The tactility, the driving experience, it really is double the car. Engine-wise, that's up for debate. The S65 is still a star. But whether you've got a GT4 or a GT86, I hope you have something that you can get out and get some drive therapy in. And I want to thank my Patreon supporters who have helped make this channel possible. And don't forget to go check out the new podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts. It's called Respect the Drive. I'll see you in the next one. Are there no U-turns allowed because they want me to go buy stuff here? Is this some big corporate conspiracy? Or am I just like losing my mind? No U-turns! No U-turns anywhere! I just have to drive everywhere? This is infuriating. I want to U-turn so badly. All I want in life is a legal U-turn. You know what? Illegal U-turn. I'll own it. I'm gonna own that one.